Get ready for the biggest cinematic event of the year, because Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth is making a massive comeback. This masterpiece is returning to the Cannes Film Festival for its 20th anniversary screening, and this time it's in stunning 4K. We are talking about a meticulously restored version created from the original 35 negative, personally overseen by Guillermo del Toro himself. You won't believe the detail that has been brought back to life for this legendary fantasy film.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we are diving into the classics section at Cannes and the restoration of Ken Russell's The Devils. This film, long unavailable in its original form, is finally getting its chance to be seen after being restored from its original negative. We'll explore how this monumental work is being brought back to the screen for a special, long-awaited viewing experience. We are also looking at the incredible lineup for Cannes Classics, featuring a host of restored masterpieces. From Akira Kurosawa's debut Sanshiro Sugata to Orson Welles' The Stranger, and the stunning restoration of Maria Pleita's Eva, this section is packed with cinematic history you absolutely need to see. And to wrap up, we have the exclusive scoop on Jia Zhang's short film Torino Shadow. French powerhouse MK2 Films has just secured the worldwide rights for this 32-minute film, which draws on the archives of the Museo Nazionale del Cinema to create something truly special. Don't miss this groundbreaking work, and stay tuned right here for more incredible news. Guillermo del Toro's acclaimed fantasy film, Pan's Labyrinth, is set to return to the Cannes International Film Festival on May 12, 2026, marking the 20th anniversary of its world premiere. Cineverse, an entertainment technology company and studio, announced the special screening will take place at 2 p.m. in the Cannes Classics section at the Debussy Theatre. The screening will feature a meticulously restored 4K version of the film, created from the original 35 negative and personally overseen by Guillermo del Toro. This restoration honors the film's history, which includes a historic 22-minute standing ovation at its debut. Cineverse chairman and CEO Chris McGurk expressed excitement about the event, stating, "The buzz around Pan's Labyrinth 20 years ago and record-breaking standing ovation was a defining moment in Cannes history. We are honored to partner with Guillermo del Toro for the return of his masterpiece to the festival." Pan's Labyrinth is a film set in 1944 following the Spanish Civil War, focusing on young Ophelia and her mother as her brutal stepfather, Captain Vidal, hunts rebels in the countryside. The narrative involves Ophelia meeting a faun who reveals she is a princess from an enchanted world and sets her on a quest to complete 3 tasks. The film has garnered significant critical acclaim, including nominations in 6 categories at the 79th Academy Awards in 2007, where it secured 3 wins, including Best Achievement in Cinematography, Best Achievement in Art Direction, and Best Achievement in Makeup. It also holds a 95% score on Rotten Tomatoes. In addition to the festival screening, the 20th anniversary release of Pan's Labyrinth will be exclusively available in 4K 3D theaters starting October 9. Cannes Classics 2026 is set to deliver a potent lineup of restored and new cinematic treasures, with a significant focus on classic and rediscovered masterpieces. The section boasts major features including Akira Kurosawa's debut Sanshiro Sugata, Visconti's The Innocent, Orson Welles' The Stranger, and a highly anticipated restoration of Ken Russell's The Devils, which is being presented after being restored from its original negative. Furthermore, the lineup includes 5 films by Artavast Palekian and Martin Scorsese's world cinema project featuring Maria Pleita's Eva. Contemporary cinema is represented by Jia Zhang's new short Torino Shadow and a potential feature, Dernsie, The Amazing Life of Bruce Dern. The section also welcomes 2 recent selections, the fiction film The Golden Age by Berenger Thewin and the documentary A Life, a manifesto by Jean Gabriel Perriot, focusing on 2 women with extraordinary fates. The program also features exclusive shorts from Jia Zhangqi, Dustin Yellen, Amr Hassan Shahi, and a documentary by Mark Cousins on the history of documentary filmmaking. Major restorations are highlighted, including a 4K restoration of Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, which is arriving in meticulous detail after being restored from its original 35 negative. Other significant restorations include those of Andrei Malraux, Jerzy Skolimowski, Vittorio De Sica, and Ken Russell's The Devils, all showcasing a commitment to preserving cinematic history. The festival also features intimate portraits of figures like Bruce Dern and Vittorio De Sica, alongside explorations of memory and cinema history. Cannes Classics has unveiled its highly anticipated selection for the 97th festival, featuring a diverse lineup that spans celebrated filmmakers like Guillermo del Toro, Orson Welles, Roger Corman, and Akira Kurosawa, alongside numerous other cinematic treasures. The announcement detailed on Tuesday highlights a strong focus on restored prints and films dedicated to cinema history. The Classics section comprises 21 feature films, 3 shorts, 6 documentaries, and 2 contemporary entries. A significant draw is the collection of restored prints, which includes Del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, Corman's Machine Gun Kelly, Wells' The Stranger, Kurosawa's Sugata Sanshiro, and Kaij Chen's Farewell My Concubine. These restored works will be presented alongside previously announced competition selections such as Pedro Almodovar's Amarga Navidad, Asghar Farhadi's Parallel Tales, and James Gray's Paper Tiger. In a documentary spotlight, Mike Mendez's Dernsie, a documentary focusing on Bruce Dern's life, will be featured in the section dedicated to cinema and rare titles. The Classics selection is also paying tribute to the memory of production designer Dean Tavoularis. The programming also includes a selection of contemporary films, such as Berenger Thuyn's The Golden Age and Jean-Gabriel Perriot's A Life, a Manifesto. Short films and documentaries are also scheduled, including Mark Cousins, The Story of Documentary Film, the 70s, and various entries on historical figures and cinema. For the competition, Park Chan-wook will head the jury, joined by notable figures including Demi Moore, Stellan Skarsgård, Chloe Zhao, Ruth Negga, and Isach de Bancalet. The festival's programming remains robust, with other titles like A Girl's Story, In Uncertain Regard and Ashes, and Avedon in special screenings also confirmed. This year's Cannes Classics promises a deep dive into cinematic history and contemporary artistry. French production powerhouse MK2 Films has secured the worldwide distribution rights for Jia Zhang's 32-minute short film, Torino Shadow, which is slated to premiere in the Cannes Classics section of the Cannes Film Festival. This acquisition significantly strengthens the partnership between MK2 and the acclaimed Chinese filmmaker, as the company will now manage 8 titles from Jia Zhang's filmography, in addition to Walter Saul's documentary portrait, Jia Zhang, A Guy from Fenyang. The film stars regular collaborator Zhao Tao and explores themes bridging China and Turin, emerging from the Torino Encounters initiative. This project is commissioned by Turin's Museo Nazionale del Cinema, utilizing the museum's extensive archives and collections as the primary creative material. Jia Zhang shared his inspiration for the short, stating, "I make films, but first and foremost I am a film lover. I've long wanted to make a film paying tribute to the art of cinema, but I never knew where to start. In 2025, Carlo Chatrian reached out to me with the idea of making a short film in tribute to the art of film. I immediately accepted his invitation, and I would like to use this short film to confess my love of cinema and the filmmakers I so deeply adore." Chatrian, director of the Museo Nazionale del Cinema and an executive producer, noted that Torino Shadow is an ideal vehicle to promote the museum as an institution that preserves cinematic memory while inspiring new creative works. Jia Zhang's extensive career encompasses over 2 decades of essential world cinema, featuring works such as Zio Wu, Pickpocket, Berlinale 1998, Still Life, Venice Golden Lion 2006, A Touch of Sin, Cannes Best Screenplay 2013, and the recent competition entry Caught by the Tides at Cannes in 2024. Nathanael Karmitz, CEO of MK2 Films, expressed enthusiasm for the collaboration, stating, "Jia Zhang is one of the great filmmakers of our time, and we are proud to continue building his presence internationally with Torino Shadow," emphasizing that the new work reinforces the singularity, consistency, and global relevance of his unique cinema. Torino Shadow is the second installment in the Torino Encounters series, following Heinz Emmighals's Ex Mole, which screened at the New York Film Festival in 2025. The next commission in the series is Radu Jude's trailer for Dante's Paradiso, with a premiere anticipated before the end of the year. MK2 Films' slate remains robust, featuring 5 competition titles at the Cannes 2026 festival, including Minotaur by Andriy Zvyagintsev, The Birthday Party by Leah Maisius, Gentle Monster by Marie Kreutzer, Nagi Notes by Fukada Koji, and The Man I Love by Ira Sachs. Other scheduled features include Benanama in Uncertain Regard, Madame as a special screening, and La Gradiva in the director's fortnight.